Today's adventure is, the decision has been made, this is getting wrecked. Had a lot of interest from people. I put it up to sell the whole thing, as a whole car, because I just kind of wanted my trailer back. And a lot of people wanted parts of it, so got a guy coming today. He wants the aluminium tray off it, which is a nice tray actually. Like, it's dirty, but it's not bent or twisted or buggered in any way, shape or form. You know, gates are all there. Nothing missing off it. It's got LED tail lights on it. Yeah, it's actually a really nice tray. It's got all the mud guards. I think that's probably about the extent of the damage, if you can sort of see that. But she's held on by a whopping 4 bolts, a filler neck tube and some electrical wiring. So, pending whether that rain buggers off or not, we'll get this off in the next sort of hour. Get it hooked up to the gantry, his old mate's coming, which can drop it straight down the back of his ute. And yeah, so I guess I'll get at it. That's off. A little bit wonky. A bit tight, bit of a bugger around, but I got it in the end. Yeah. Clean some of the crap out of it, I guess. See what old mate wants. See if he wants the old water pump of the last one I had. Yeah, there you go. One D22 tray. While I wait for this guy to rug up, I'm going to go for a bit of a ride tomorrow with one of my friends, Dale. He wants to take the GS for a spin up the coast. So if I want to go with him, obviously I've got to ride one of my other bikes. So we'll take my big girl out and give her a spruce up. She's been parked for a minute or two. She's just covered in dust. Look at this. It's filthy. Not how she should look. So, let's get her out. Make sure the tyres have got plenty of air. Check the oil. Start it up. Clean it. What I've just remembered is when I ride, my dash drops out. So the cluster just stops working every now and again. The bike ride's fine. I'm not losing spark or anything like that. So I don't know if I have like maybe a grounding issue or... I mean, this bike's 20 odd years old since it was built. So it's probably got a bit of a wiring gremlin somewhere. But I might see if I can take the cluster off. Take the seat off, check battery and everything like that, make sure that's all good. Pull the cluster off and see if that's got anything wrong with it, see if I can just identify any issues. I did have the compensator nut come loose, so there's a big nut under the cover here which holds your stator, which is essentially your alternator, your charging system for your motorbike on, as well as your chain drive from your engine to your gearbox. That come loose after the top end got rebuilt, so I don't know if I've damaged the stator. I don't think I've damaged the stator, but I don't know. Probably should check charging system. But this thing is very, very, very loud, and I live in a suburban area, so I try not to idle it too much around here. Yeah. Let me deal with that. See what happens. So we did just find, I don't know if that camera's going to show it, there's a little bit of corrosion in that plug down into this plug as well. So throw some contact cleaner in there, clean it up, try and minimise it. Maybe we'll pop it open and have a look what it's like. Hopefully not too bad. No idea what kind of plug that is. Obviously that's a Deutsch style plug, but yeah. Well, we get it.
So with this bike, it's got a bit of work done to it. Obviously got a broken bloody hand grip because it fell over in the shed because of a flat tyre. You don't use the clutch. A lot of bikes you don't use the clutch. But what you do get each year is all the metal that's slowly but surely wearing off my gearbox. And you know, I ride it pretty hard, so using a clutch slows you down. I know it looks really bad, but every year I pull it out and clean it, and every year it's exactly the same. It doesn't ride any different. The gearbox was rebuilt 5 years ago, I think, just because I couldn't find neutral anymore. But yeah, so clean that off, put it back in, and go again. I don't think I actually said it, that's just speed sensor, for those that don't know. Yeah, she's all shined up, ready for a ride tomorrow. Mine is checking tyre pressures, but I didn't actually do that too long ago. But yes, this is her. One thing I will do before I go anywhere, this rear axle has a tendency for moving, and you might notice there's a little white mark there that usually correlates with other little white marks, and it doesn't. So I will tighten that rear axle up and be sure. Put the seat back on, some fresh fuel in it, getting a new tyre soon, probably 2 to be honest with you. Front one's starting to get some radial cracking into it, and rear one's got a gouge mark. Camera's going to pick that up at the sun, but yep, sweet. Another job down for the day. Oh, she's nice and shiny now. Look at that gloss. Shiny. Do love this bike. She has a 125 RS&S in it, Muncie's 5-speed, wide rear end, split and widen tank, had aftermarket seats and stuff on it. It is actually, I don't know if the camera will catch it or not, but that is a deep blue. It's actually not black, it's a very sparkly deep blue. Let me see if my phone will torch onto it, if you can see that or not. Yeah, there she is. I think she's got, an old man bought this bike pretty much new in '99, and what she got on her now? 34,680 kilometers, and I bought it with, I think, 20 or 19,000 kilometers on it. He bought it, built it, blew the engine up in 2004, built it, spent thousands and thousands of dollars. I think we got receipts for about 60 grand in 2004, 2005. Yeah, so then he sold it to my cousin. My cousin owned it for a couple of years, and he had nothing but dramas because it was parked up in the old man's shed for about, I don't know, 8 years. Just didn't ride it. Rob got it and blew head gaskets and, you know, just oil leaks, and he just kept spending money on it, and he finally eventually cracked it and sold it to me, and I've rebuilt the gearbox in it, and I've done a head on it in 5 or 6 years now, and I've put 15,000 k's in it, just absolutely just flogging the hell out of this bike. This bike just gets taken out and it gets ridden. That's it. Doesn't get babied. It's not a showroom puppy. She just gets absolutely ridden. So yeah, this is one of my girls. I got a new handle grip, but these things, this handle grip, this irks me a lot. I mean, that so about just before I bought it, actually, no, before Rob bought it, I actually took it out for a ride and someone pulled it out in front of me, and I binned it and I damaged the tank and this handle grip. That was it. The rest was fine. I actually rode my leg down the road underneath the exhaust system. I had my missus on the back, and you know, it was my leg or her leg, so it was my leg that took the grunt of it. And I replaced all this handle grip, and you can see this polish on this is it clutch, brake, man, can't even think, lever is different because I just couldn't get a high polish one. You can see a little bit of damage there from it. But yeah, it fell over in the shed, tyres went flat, and these, because of the wide rear end, there's these custom milled bolts for the shocks, and just I guess over years the way they're designed, they just fatigued and broke, and one of them was broken at the time, and yeah, she just fell over and she missed the big metal workbench by, I'm talking millimeters with the fuel tank, because that would have been, I think that was about three and a half grand for the paint job on that. And yeah, broke this $200 hand grip, and it's just kind of like, it's gotten to that point where it's just like it gets stuck just nicely enough that it acts as a cruise control, so I haven't fixed it yet. But I'll definitely get around to repairing it one day. Yeah, it's a big deal. I might film some riding tomorrow, so there we go.